Click live on all the platforms. So we are back, huh? Back in some more standard ranked. And I can tell that today is already starting off way better than yesterday. Because look at this. Right here. Cast 20 white spells. Just cast them. That's all we be doing. I never get that lucky. So I guarantee, because of that fact, I guarantee the positivity is going to start just rolling in. And this first game is going to be just a gimme. Just a straight up gimme. However, this is an ominous profile picture that I'm looking at. His name is Scarface. I do have a creature in my hand, so I feel like we keep it. In fact, I was actually thinking about this right before I jumped on, that I should maybe be more like picky with my opening hands. And this is black. It enters tap. It's blue. I'm playing Demir. That's okay. I'm still gonna win. I've already decided that I'm going to win, and that's what's going to happen. Let's do this first. I'll have three mana next turn. I can pay 1 next turn, 2 next turn, or I could pay this if something pretty spicy hits the field, or I can play super aggressive. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I've talked myself into it, even though that might be a bit of a lightning rod because I thought about it for a while. It's a 2/2 with vigilance. Maybe, I don't know if that was a right play, but I feel like for the curve that I was on, it was okay. Is this a temple deck? No, a shrine deck. It's a shrine deck. I faced a shrine deck before, but it's been a hot minute, and I don't think I've ever faced a shrine deck where the shrine deck did shrine deck things. So I really don't know the strat. When Northern Air Temple enters, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life or X number of shrines you control. So he wants shrines. When the Spirit of Wastes enters, draw a card for each shrine you control. What if I start getting rid of shrines? That one's a very expensive shrine. I don't want him to keep drawing a card. Is it worth it though? Do it be worth it though? I do get a little bit of protection if I do it. I'm gonna try it just because I don't. These are uncharted waters I'm wading through right now. And because this is my only creature on the board, I kind of want to hold up Shard Mages. Oh man, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna hold up Shard Mages. I'm going to decline the Scry because I have all the answers that I could hope for in my hand right now. So I don't need the Scry. That would just be greedy. So I have 2 forms of protection right now. I got rid of one of the Scry things. So I'm feeling okie doke. When this enchantment enters, each opponent sacrifices a creature or vehicle of their choice. Each opponent who can't. God, I always get hit with things. I hold up Shard Mages, and then I get hit with things that Shard Mages does not care about. And honestly, it's the worst freaking feeling on the planet. And now that hits the board, and now I get hit again. So that was actually the worst decision I could have possibly made. However, we learned from it. Now I know not to sheltered by ghost that stuff when I'm dealing with fucking black. Literally, black continues to be the worst thing on God's green earth. But I do still have a creature, so all is not lost. I swear, if he was about to counter that, I was about to throw hands. I was about to find out how to find this guy's IP address, show up to his house, and just hey, you want to counter my Wonder Weave? Well, take this, and I would slap him. I would actually take my glove off, slap him with the glove, so he would know what's coming to him. Kicker 2. Search your library for a basic land card. If this spell was kicked, instead, search your library for a basic land card and a shrine card. Alright, so I'm assuming I'm going to see what shrines want to do. Now, for the first time in my entire life. So far, I'm not impressed. I'm not even that tilted. So honestly, his game right now is pretty lackluster. He should be embarrassed. But he's probably going to win. At this point, if I haven't got him down to 7 life, but at this point in this turnage, it's not looking good for your boy. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you controlled that permanent, draw a card. Interesting. Resolve. He can't play it, so he wants to play it again. That badly, huh? Whatever. He wants to play this that badly. Man, this guy's a freaking deal hole. He's gonna play that next turn. Huh. Could I have Shard Mated it? No, it's a creature. My turn? Should I pay for this? It feels bad paying for it. Or even using anything. Oh, actually, I'm going to do it. And the reason I'm going to do it is because it's my choice of which I sacrifice, right? Each opponent can't? Yeah. So I'm going to sacrifice my little spider. Well, actually, I'm going to sacrifice this because it's even cheaper than the spider. Actually, I'm going to sacrifice the spider because then I'll have 3 enchantments in play. Now I'm going to be doing a whole heap and a lot of damage right now, which makes me feel better about the situation. And now I'm just not dead to this. Unless he has 2, he could definitely have 2. And if he has 2, then I'll just be sad. There it is. I was prepared for it, though. I feel like I prepared for that like a champ. Oh, it's copied, so I sacrificed both my things. Awesome. Awesome. However, I still feel not that bad. Wow, recycling that with Boomerang Basics is actually fucking pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. I hate this guy so much. Well, I don't have anything with haste. So what am I going to do? This is actually a terrible position to be in. I don't know. I really don't know what the right thing to do is. Huh. I suppose I'll just draw a card now, even though I know Veteran Survivor is going to be gotten next turn. Maybe he's going to play something other than this. Maybe he'll play another Shrine. If a permanent entering causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, he's going to play it again. So maybe he has another Boomerang Basics. Oh, no, he's tapped out. Okay, I only lost a creature. I could draw a creature right now. Shard Mages does nothing for me. But yeah, I'll probably do that. Submit 1. So this guy is just the worst of the worst. This guy's actually a fucking pathetic human being. Apologize for cussing, and I probably should have seam ripped that, but I want to. Hailson, you're back! I'm having a hell of a time against this guy. He keeps recycling this fucking card, and Shard Mage's Rescue does nothing against it. My only form of protection. Ward and Shard Mages, all I got. And it does nothing against it. And he's played this card 4 times now. However, if you're looking at the bright side of things, this is the first time I've ran into a Shrine deck where the Shrine deck did apparently what Shrine decks are supposed to do. So now I know for the future. So even though I lost, is it really a loss? Because I gained knowledge. And I get to do some things here. And honestly, he has 8 of these, so it really makes no difference. So I might as well get rid of the thing I hate more than anything at the moment. Anything else I should get rid of? When Crescent Island Temple enters, for each shrine you control, credit 1/1 monk creature token with prowess. When another shrine you control enters, credit 1/1. When Kyoshi Island Plaza enters, search your library, put those cards on the tab, and shuffle. Does anything buff these things up that's on the field right now? I'm not sure. Put those cards on the battlefield tapped. I guess I'll just get rid of the shrine, this Kyoshi Island, because what's the difference between 8 and 9 at that point? You know what I'm saying? And I'll make this big enough to block 1 and not be worried about it. Wishing you a great grind. How are the results so far? Well, my friend, first of all, thanks for coming back. Second of all, pretty horrendous because he's played this fucking card. I think that's his 6th time playing this card this game. This card right here. He's played it 6 times. And my only two forms of protection in my deck are Shard Mages and Ward. Both of those things doesn't do anything against Momentum Breaker. So I could have played through... I actually played through two of them. Maybe three of them. But once he was able to recycle it for the fourth time... I can't do anything about that. I could barely do anything with one of them. So what am I supposed to do? It was actually crazy. I wasn't even getting that salty, to be honest with you. Well, I was getting a little salty because I hate black, and black continues to be the most annoying thing about this game for me. And this is my first game of the night. So far, the grind has been pretty bad. Pretty freaking bad. The White Temple, a staple in Control. Love it. Interesting. Okay, this is a very good hand indeed. Actually, an unbelievable hand. Not used to drawing this in my opening hand, but I love to see it. So maybe Arvillion, maybe the grind is getting a little bit better here. Also, too, my little reward thing, the 500 gold, is literally cast white spells. I didn't even have to change that. So maybe this grind is going to be pretty good today. We'll see. I got to go first. He thought about that for a while, so maybe he has a bad opening hand. I don't really love playing this turn one. But maybe I should. Nah, I'm not going to do it. Because if that gets removed after the game I just went through, I'm going to start getting a little tilted. And who wants that? Like, if you look at the commander win rate, it's considered 50% is a good one. So here you have the similar situation. Win rates. Like, if you look at the commander win rate, it's considered 50% is a good one. So here you have the similar situation. Win rates. Want to see a mono black commander? Honestly, no. I don't want to see a mono black commander. And Arvillion, are you talking about the deck I'm playing? Because I was looking, this is when I crafted this deck, I literally just typed in Magic the Gathering Arena tier list. And this was like, it seemed like the most like one-tracked mind thing, easy for a beginner to pick up. Now, I would say that my win rate is slightly above 50%. However, I've been on very hot streaks, and I've been on very really not hot streaks before. So but I would say it's probably around 50%. But my worst matchup is black, and I play black every single like I just played black. I'm playing black back to back, and I'm getting hand ripped again. Like, how is that a fun playing experience? It's not. It sucks. But oh well. Okay. He's playing blue and black. Literally the two worst in colors. So this guy's a piece of crap. That's what he is. I'm going to play Spellbook Vendor and I'll scry. Because scrying will feel good after getting hand ripped. So I have a little bit of control of what happens. I can control my destiny just a bit. 3 Optimistic Scavengers without a... Well, I guess I do have Spellbook Vendor. And I could actually play 3. You know what? That's going to be really fun to do. I'm going to do that just for the memes. I'm keeping that on top so I can play 3 next turn, pay 1 for my Spellbook Vendor, and get 3 triggers. That sounds like a hell of a good time. I mean, in general, the win rates are based luck as well and the meta, but in general, the win rates are basically between 50 and 55%. Realistically, that's about where I'm at. So I shouldn't be complaining too much, but then again, like, I'm playing black, and it's just not fun to do that. You know what I'm saying? I love Demir too. I know you do, Hailston. That's your one character flaw, is your affinity for black and blue. If it weren't for that fact, Hailston, you would be a 10 out of 10 human being. But because of that, you're a 9 out of 10. I hate to say it. Another card I absolutely loathe just because I see this card every game. I only have one form of card draw, and it's Feather of Flight. All right, now it's time to be aggressive as all get out. This is going to be a fun turn, guys. Now, this is why I play the game of Magic the Gathering. Unbelievable. Auto pay. Put it on this one. I'm gonna scry so many times. All right, let's buff up this one. Let's get it past 3. Let's get this one past 3, and let's start buffing up. Actually, let's Let's start doing some more damage. Let's put that at... Ooh, that's 5. That's a lot of damage. I'm scrying 2? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I'm scrying 2 times though. Do I want like some form of like protection? No, let's leave that up because that's hilarious. I literally barely ever have Optimistic Scavenger hit the field once, let alone stay on the field. If I get 4 Optimistic Scavengers on the field at the same time, this might be a game of all time, you know what I'm saying? We'll see if that happens though. Oh, and by the way, Orvillian, if you prefer a bigger view of the game and less of me, I'm also streaming simultaneously on YouTube, also Twitch and Kick. But since you're on YouTube, it's there for you if you prefer more gameplay and less me. He didn't let me do it. He didn't let me play my 4th Optimistic Scavenger. This is the problem with Demir Halson. So mono white control is okay. I'm not going to say it's, well, I don't mind control. The control aspect is not what I hate. What I hate is hand ripping. I hate hand ripping the most. What I hate the second most is cheap removal that dodges main like what is the word I'm looking for? Like keywords, main mechanics of the game. Like what's the point of running instant speed protection when my opponents are all playing things that it doesn't matter? You know what I'm saying? That's what's the most frustrating thing about it to me, personally, especially playing this deck. However, if I was playing Demir, if that was the first deck I created, I'd obviously have a different opinion. I got a mulligan, which feels bad because I had Optimistic Scavenger in my hand. This has only a creature. So probably the smart money would say, put that back. However, going down to 5 cards just feels like a loss. And I have an extra card, so this will put me back at 7. The chances of drawing another creature is fairly decent, I think. This is aggressive. I have 2 forms of removal. Probably only do 1. This one's the better form of removal, so I'll put the seam rip back. Keep the card draw. I think that is the most logical conclusion that one can draw from this hand decision. Not sure, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, we're playing blue and red so far. So far, this game's going well for me. Okay, some more blue. I'm fine with that. Now here, I already got another creature. So that's great. Let's do Spellbook Vendor first, even though I can't pay the 1, which feels a little bad. But we're gonna be okay with it. Counter spell. See, I even don't mind that nearly as much as like getting hit with nowhere to run. Because at least like, I don't know, it doesn't feel nearly as bad. I drew another creature. Okay, this game is looking up. Let's do the creature with built-in protection, and I'm gonna get countered again. No, I'm not. Okay. If he pays the ward, I'll feel fine about that, because at least he has to pay the tax. Also, another card I don't like. Consulted star charts, I've seen so much. And just the general repetition of seeing these cards so often, that's also an annoyance for me too. Are shrines something new? That's the first time I saw it. It's the first time, well, I've seen shrines been played against me, but it was the first time that a shrine deck ever popped off. However, I think that they might go back further. I wouldn't know since I'm so new. However, I think they really came into being with the Avatar set. From what I could tell, all of them really came from the Avatar set. Do I go wider here? I think so. He has 4 mana and he's not playing anything. He's just stocking up his hand. So I have to play fairly quickly, I think. This seems risky, but I feel like I have to try to outpace him since he's stocking up his hand. Not literally, of course. The stock ups will inevitably come later. They always do for me. Okay, we'll take 4 damage. We'll take that. And now here comes the stock up. Oh, no, another consulted star charts. I'm surprised. Whenever an opponent gets card advantage on me, it stresses me out and I hate it. But there's nothing I can do, so I guess I just gotta live with it. Ooh, this is the first time I've seen this card. Seems like an old card. Whenever a creature you control with mana value, what does it say? 5 or greater, you may attach this equipment to it. Wow. That's pretty cool. Where X is the number of cards in your graveyard that are instant cards, sorcery cards, or have an adventure, discard your hand, then draw 2 cards. Interesting. He's at 14, though. And he's tapped out. Let's go, baby. I guess I'll do this since it costs more than what he has, you know what I'm saying? If he wants to get rid of it next turn. Okay, I'm assuming he's about to say bye-bye. Drawing a card right now, do I need to do that? I guess another damage and having 2 flyers, why not? Share the love a little bit. Have a little bit of follow-up creature if he like board wipes somehow. 3, he's at 3. I'm happy that he's not quitting. I feel like most opponents I've ran into the last few days would have packed their bags by now. But this is a very cool card. I like it when I run into people that play not usual cards, because that tells me that they use their noggin and not just a net decker like me, which I don't hate on net deckers because like I'm literally net decking for the utility though. One day I won't be a net decker. Maybe, probably. In mono white aggro, if you have a 3 to 4 turn clock, you don't need to play anything. I have to sit on that for a minute. And the reason why I'm not responding is because I'm thinking about all the losses I have occurred over the past week or more. Yeah, I have to I gotta mull that over. Because I'm sure you're right. I just need to apply it to past experiences for it to really set in. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card. I'm so sick of the hand ripping. Like, the hand ripping is just And since he's already seen this, I'm going to surprise him with the Spellbook Vendor next turn. How about them apples? Pardon my French, but hand ripping is stupid. No one can convince me otherwise. It's like there's no, like, lore to justify hand ripping. And if there is a lore reason for it, well, the writers need to go back to the drawing board, in my opinion. All right. Do I need to be scared of this? When you unlock this door, create a 6/6 black demon. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life. I don't feel like I need to waste Sheltered by Ghosts on that. I have 2 ethereal armors, though. I could just go absolutely bonkers here. Should I do that? Does he doesn't have anything in the graveyard? Well, that gives me 2. Maybe I ward. Okay, I'm doing it. Just because like that card advantage is pretty powerful, and I'm gonna try to be more reactive to things that are on the board versus potential threats in the future. Because when I start overthinking it, I feel like target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Fine. Hopefully he doesn't have another one of those. Okay, I just win these, right? He has 1 mana left. Let's see if it can counter something. It cannot. All attacks. And he's salty enough to concede before I attack. What a dweeb. Ian, don't tell him about Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize? I don't even want to look that up. Best viewers on streamboo.com? I don't think you have the best viewers. The best viewers are right there. Thoughtseize. I probably if it's hand ripping, Ian, I've probably ran into it so many times and I've blocked it out of my memory. Because that's all I play against is like just jank, creature removal, and hand rips. That's all it is. That's what the game is, apparently. Don't look it up, it'll scare you. Okay, I won't look it up. I feel like the tides have turned the last 2 games now. Whereas the first 2 games were making me go a little sideways. I was getting a little tilted, but I'm even keel now. A couple dubs will do that for a person. Also, welcome back, Ian. How was Popper Night? Oh, this is the first time I ran into this profile picture. Dayspring is his username. That's a pretty cool name. I'm playing against a blue. That's the only thing I know about this feller. Do I hold up Shard Mages or go aggro? I would love to go aggro. But from my experience, people love to be aggressive with their removal, and because they're looking at my cards, it's making me a little nervous. However, if I hold up Shard Mages and I get removed, oh, Demir, love to see it. If I get removed in a way I can't protect myself with Shard Mages, I'm going to kill him. Okay. See, if this is how the game is played, where cards actually matter, your boy's a happy camper 10 out of 10 times. This is a respectful black player. Love to see it. Okay. Ethereal Armor is hitting the field. I'm going tall. Large and in charge. This will give me another creature. Do I do that? I feel like I set myself up for a hand rip, so I might as... Aggressive player gotta play aggressive. I know Hailson just told me that if I have like a 3 to 4 turn clock to not play any additional cards. And that's probably true. But bad habits are hard to break, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that was the time that I needed to put that into action. It's not standard legal, LOL. Oh. Okay, Hailson was just proven correct. Okay, that was what I needed to know. Hailson was proven correct. I shouldn't have done that. Well, we live and we learn, don't we? Black, pay 2 live, look at opponent hand, and take a non-land card. What are the shrines? Is this something from Avatar? I haven't seen them before. Yes, they are something from Avatar, from what I can tell. I don't know if they existed before that. Went 2-1, we worked towards perfection. There you go. 2-1 is spectacular. We are Butter Hugger, welcome back. I just asked Ian this, but how was Popper for you, my friend? Dust to dust, don't do that. I think you're doing fine, honestly, with that play against hand rip. It was kind of okay. That's what I was thinking. However, immediately regretted the decision. Double strike, spellbook vendor. I can modify that. Okay, let's do it. I'm doing this because that'll go make it a 3/3 and it's a double striker, and I get a scry. Seems all around good. That does not help me in the slightest bit. So I'm putting that on the bottom. And now he's at 2. So if he doesn't board wipe me, I feel good. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I feel good. He's trying to get rid of this. He's looking at it. Doesn't want to pay the ward, maybe. Okay, my life sucks, but that's fine. I scried away a planes. He said good game. Is that a cocky way? Man, if this had haste. Oh, man, if that had haste. But they were shrines before, but these ones are new. Popper went well, played a fun brew deck and went 1-2. Gonna be playing good decks for the rest of the league though. Thanks for asking. That sounds like a hell of a good time. I'm jealous of you guys. I'm glad it went well for both of you guys. Oh, a planes, love to see it. See, when this part of the game, when I'm playing against Indemir for the millionth time in a row, if I don't win in the first few turns, I have little to no chance. Because they have so much card draw, they have so much removal. And then what is this? Absolute horseshite. Because I never draw creatures at this part of the game. Probably because all my creatures are probably in my graveyard now. Oh, a hand.
Can't make this shit up.
When you guys play Magic the Gathering Arena standard ranks, do you also run into bullshit like this constantly? Because it is constant. It's like I live in Constantinople, the amount of constants oh my gosh, you shouldn't play lands you draw. Play lands, oh. There's an FF button. Oh, all the time. Oh, all the time for you too? Why do we do this to ourselves? Especially you, Butterhugger, because aren't you playing the same deck as me? Like, this is so aggravating. But I could draw something spectacular. Who knows? I could pull this off. He could have like an urgent, like emergency, have to leave. He could scoop. There's a million ways I get this dub. So I can't concede. It's not in my nature to do so. Yes, I have to play a silly aggro deck with my Dimir deck constantly. Hell Wombat, what's up, my friend? I don't know how we do it, Hell Wombat. This is really tilting me. Especially since this piece of crap named Dayspring might be a nice guy. But for all intents and purposes, I'm going to call him a piece of crap because that's how I feel inside right now. He said good game prematurely. Who does that? They duressed you when you had one card in hand. You could have had them do it to you when you had just the planes in hand. I need to internalize that. Yeah, I didn't. There's no reason to play that planes. You're 100% right. Another bad habit for me. It's a rough world to be a white Auras player. 100%. Unfortunately, I'm playing the Dimir control deck. Hey, good people. Good people, the Dimir people. But when I play them, maybe not. Gas. Ian, how could you? 100%, how could you? However, he did say yesterday he embraced the monster role. And Dimir fits that role perfectly. Okay. I'm on a 4-turn clock right now. So what if I draw a cheap creature, a Sheltered by Ghost? Cheap creature first. Sheltered by Ghost second. Or, no. What do I want to do? I want a cheap creature. Feather of Flight. Feather of Flight into a Sheltered by Ghost. That's what I want. However, if I play my cheap creature, there's no way that it's going to last more than 2 turns. Played mono white at Pauper Day. There you go. We're getting Ian back from the dark side. He's being converted back to the light side. It happened in I can't spoil the movie. I'm not even gonna say what movie I was gonna spoil. But it was pretty obvious from my reference to dark and light side. Man, this guy's a terrible human being. Who hit someone with 2 good games? It's not a good game. I'm having a terrible time. And he's continuing to play when I'm out of cards. Like he's just here to ruin people's days. No one be friends with Dayspring. That's his name. Don't be friends with him. He will if you're moving, he wouldn't come over to help. He would borrow $20 and then never pay you back. He would talk to the other friends behind your back and say negative things. That's Dayspring. Don't stay away from Dayspring. You could put Ethereal Armor on the creature to die quicker. He has 4 board wipes in hand right now. Mono white in Pauper is better in Pauper, must say. It must be. Oh my god. Today is not my day. Not my day at all. This is my second one land hand, and I literally just started streaming. Like, come on now. I'm tempted to put a plains back. I'm tempted. Okay, I'm gonna try it because I've never done that before, I don't think. You have much more protection. There's no hand destroy all creature board wipes. Pauper, every time you guys talk about Pauper, the more I think to, oh, look at that. Oh my God. You literally can't make this shite up. You can't make it up. Do I hold Optimus Scavenger? No. My day is gonna get ruined, so I might as well get it over with. The more you talk about Pauper, the more I want to play it in real life. I can show you the dark side of white. Mono white is better in Pauper than in standard. Honestly, I'd bottom a land here. I did! Let's go, baby! I made a right decision. And while I was looking away, I knew it was going to happen, so I'm not even salty. You talk about it too anyways. Oof. Nah, you go for it. Let's go. I made a good decision. And I still have a creature. But it's going to get removed. Because that is the story of my life. It's Sommel. Sommel stands for story of my life. Fun fact, I know some trendy things. Is that even trendy? Maybe when I was a child, but not now. I'm assuming when Ian said TBF, I'm assuming that means to be frank. Holy crap. My creature has survived. I feel amazing. And because I'm like, usually this doesn't matter, so I might as well just play it, get some damage on the board, and hold the second one up just in case it might come in handy. Just in case. We'll see though. Oh, I will say this deck is much better in best of 3 because you can have answers to this in your sideboard. Butterhugger, have you found answers to our problems? Because I tried to modify this deck. Alright, it's targeting me. Let's go. Shard Mage is finally good for once. However, he has more things to do, so I just wasted a Shard Mage. Love that. Okay. I'll take that trade as long as I draw a creature. Anyways, as I was saying, every time I try to modify this deck, the deck gets worse. And my enchantment fizzles. And this is a part of the game where all my creatures are at the bottom of my deck. Surely that can't continue happening, right? Surely not. It's my full list in the Discord. Hell yeah, Butterhugger. Thank the Lord. Because I literally went on like this tirade of like, I tried to add Momo at one point. I tried to add a servo bot. I tried to add board wipes because if you can't beat them, join them. And I went from like 50% win rate to like 1% win rate. And then I went back to just like the exact net deck and I accepted my fate of being a net decker. This is like, you literally can't make this up. You can't make it up. Like my ratio is good. It's been proven on the internet. So why can't I draw a creature besides like, there's no reason for it. Absolutely no reason for it. I mean, it feels pointless to play a creature. It's just going to get destroyed instantaneously. Come on. What is there to think about? You know you're going to do it. Just do it. Do it. There's literally nothing to say at this point. Just because it just happens, so the statistics of it should break the universe in half. This is, oh my God. There was a time in my life where I thought to myself, if I ever saw a swamp, I will just concede because like I just don't have fun playing against swamps. And I'm starting to think that again. Ian, I'd say so. I net deck a lot, to be honest. The creature removals and the spell snare from Lorwyn does make the deck worse, though, we'll say. Oh, man. Sam, have you considered Champion of the Weird? Oh, yeah, that's the deck I'm playing. Ian, shut your mouth respectfully. Not in your car anymore. You don't make the rules. Champion of the Weird? Oh, my God. Oh, my. I used to be a fan of Magic the Gathering. Can I not say that anymore? I don't even know, like, now that Ian said don't play the land, I feel like playing the land in this situation is a little bit different because eventually, if I do draw a creature, having more mana will be beneficial. And turn. What just happened? What just happened? Okay. View battlefield. No! Shite! I clicked. Damn it! Sorry for cussing. Ugh! Today is not my day. I'll scream if you give me a shout out. Jose!
Thank you for being here, my friend.
In terms of shout outs, my shout out is that Jose is the best and I appreciate him being here. Hopefully you enjoy watching someone struggle at the game because I'm struggling mightily today. I couldn't struggle more if I tried. Sent you mono white control deck, Hailson. I don't have it in me to look at a mono white control deck. Okay, maybe I should look at it. Wait, did they mill himself with the Reef? LMAO? It looked like he did. It looked like he did. I'll scream you give me a shout out. I gave you a shout out, Jose. I hope you screamed. I hope you screamed so that it woke up your entire neighborhood. The Doomsday puts both players to 6 card in their deck and they're supposed to mill. It's okay. That is why you don't concede. I feel better about that because that probably ruined his day. So he paid for the sins of all the black players I faced up until that point. I have a challenge. Does someone want to play me? Hailson wants to play me. Okay, I'll play Hailson. He wants to play Brawl. Friendly Brawl. All right, Hailson. I swear to cow. I swear to cow, Hailson. If you play that deck that is basically standard Demir .deck .brawl .hate my life,
I'm conceding.
because I know you. I think I cursed you with the mill. Well, it worked out in Stranger, welcome back. It worked out in my favor that one time and that one and only time. And before that, Stranger, the curse was mighty strong. Mighty strong. It was like I visited Calypso. And I got the black spot. I turned around 3 times, spit on the ground. All that stuff. If you don't know the reference, it's from Pirates of the Caribbean, which
Used to be.
one of my favorite movies. I watched it again recently, and it kind of holds up, to be honest. Pretty good movie. Hopefully they make another one with my boy Johnny Depp. Hopefully. But you know, you never know in this world, in today's world. Whatever. Just posted my list in the Discord. Hope it helps your win rate a bit. I hope so too. It was blue-white. Oh, this is it. I don't think I played this deck against you yet. So this is exciting, Nelson. Okay. What the heck is this? During your turn, you may pay 2. And that's... Oh, I shouldn't be reading this. Hailson can definitely hear me. Why would I do that? Oh, it's cheaper. That's kind of cool. I'm going to try that. Always love trying new things. If I didn't love trying new things, I wouldn't be playing the game right now. I wouldn't be streaming. So maybe foretelling is my new thing in life. Yeah, I'll attack. Let's see if oh, it's flying. Of course. Already missing keywords. I'm less than an hour into the stream, probably. Surely it can't be that time of night where my brain becomes useless. All right, while I have a little bit of time, let's check out the Discord. Also, by the way, thank you guys for joining my Discord and chatting. That feels amazing. Feels amazing. All right, I gotta lock in. I don't want to lose. What do I get? I forgot. Create a food token, put a +1/+1 on target creature. Scry 2? Scrying 2 would be cool. Nah. It's a flyer. What if I could buff up the flyer, you know what I'm saying? Exile this at the beginning of the next tab. You may cast it from exile. Okay. Okay. Draw a card. Love that. Blitzball. Goal. That sounds fun. Ooh, I love this card. That will take up all my manas this turn. That's not fun. All right, let's do this. Yada hits the field. And now I shall attack with Momo once again. And just that. Just a little 1-1 to the face. A friendly little scrap. Oh, no. He's going to get rid of my Yada? Man, that seems lame. That seems like a lame thing to do. Who exiles the... Wait. Does Commander work that if it exiles, I get the choice to put it back to my command zone? Isn't that how it works? Yeah, it is. Oh, sick. Welcome to Mono White Control. Thank you for the welcome. How do I diss someone's welcome? Like, no, I don't want to be here? That'd be kind of rude. I could do that. I'm going to say this. What is this? This is a token. When this creature enters, draw a card. I guess I'll block this. Why not? One blocker. And then boom. Probably not worth it to do this. That's a neat part. You don't. That's a neat part. You don't. Well said, Hailson. Well said. All right. Still only have 3 manas. Doesn't feel great, but I do have some rocks. Some pretty good rocks if I do say so myself. And I get to play this. Sweet. 2 flyers. Let's go. And attack. 1. I feel like 1 is such a respectful... It's a respectful attack. I think so. Errand Rider of Gondor. When this creature enters, draw a card. Then if you don't control a legendary creature, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. Interessante. No blocks this time. Sad to say. Ooh, another cheap creature. The wider I go, I just feel like I'm definitely... Ooh, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. Okay. I'm doing this. Just because I see something I want to try. 2 flyers coming at you. 20-22. Very fair game so far. Oh, that seems... Wait. This looks like that one black card that the reanimation deck plays. Blocking it with this. 1 block. Now you're thinking to yourself, why would you do that? That seems crazy. I have something I can do. Check this out. This is gonna be freaking awesome. Boom. I get Yada back. How cool is that? And now I guess I'll just attack with 2 more things to your face. Block it. Block it. There we go. Nice trades. Very fair trades. Do I want to scry 2? Or do I want to put a +1/+1 creature on some +1/+1 counter? Probably want to scry. I think scrying's better. Ooh. Well, I have 4 mana, 5 mana. View battlefield. Draw a card. I have some manas. So maybe at the beginning of your upkeep, investigate once for each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. What does investigate mean? Create a closed clue token? Ooh. I'm going to put that on bottom and leave that on top. Seems crazy, but I'm doing it. Don't know if that was right. Why did you trade something which made your flyers cheaper if you don't have a lot of mana? Because I wanted the Momo effect. And that's why I did it. I don't think it was... It may not have been a smart thing to do. However, I wanted the scry effect. That's why. However, what you're witnessing right now is someone new to the game, and this is just a pile of cards. I'm playing against Hailson, who's in the chat right now. So hopefully you can stand watching someone that's brand new to the game, trying to get better. Hopefully you're a patient fella. But welcome. Thank you for being here and chatting, by the way. This seems good. When you gain life for the first time, each turn, Civil 1. Well, I did say I have some manas in my hand, so maybe I just spend this turn to play that mana. Maybe I do that. So I can follow up next turn. And I can do this. Draw a card. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. I think that sets me up pretty decent. Ooh, and a planes. All right, that was a good turn. I'm happy with that. Sequencing. All attacks. 2 attack. Let's go. However, the longer this game goes, just the more I feel not so certain about its ending. Especially since he's been so ominous with his messages and his mention of control. If a permanent entering causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Permanents entering don't cause abilities of permanents your opponent's controls to trigger. Wow. I don't think I'm going to ever be able to do anything about that. But it's not a flyer, so maybe it doesn't even matter. And this doesn't even have a triggered ability. So boom, let's play that. And then all attacks again. He's getting pretty low. Oh, I forgot about the bunny. Oh, I need to lock in. I keep making stupid mistakes. I don't want to do that. End turn. I feel like every time I play Hailstone and Brawl, it turns into like a light chess match. It's kind of fun. I think me and Hailstone are 1-1 right now. When this enchantment has credit, 1-1 token, a lot of things are happening now that he has this on the field. Oh my gosh. When this enchantment exile target non-land permanent opponent controls, leaves the battlefield. When this enchantment enters, credit 1-1. Wow, that's a lot of value there. That is actually an insane amount of value. This might be your best deck, Hailstone. I don't think it's as good as the first deck you played against. Azorius Control, I think that's what you called the first deck. But this is crazy. This card is freaking nuts. No blocks. But I played some of my favorite cards. Mana Rocks. So I gotta say I had a pretty good time. Tap 4. Oh my gosh, that is so expensive. This is a 4/7? Jesus. A 4/7 is nuts. One, two, three, 4. Submit 4. Play next Vanguard, Seraph, and Work Investigator. They will be stronger due to Giada. Play Vanguard, Seraph, and Work Investigator. Oh, Wojak Investigator. Okay, I messed that up. What I was thinking, the reason why I played that is I was trying to find a way to get rid of this Elish Norn. But it looks like he's already gotten all the value he wanted from it. So I don't think it mattered in this situation. And this can't even block because of this thing that he played. Man, that thing just was like, your deck just did nothing and then everything. That is a crazy deck. First time I played against Elish Norn. So that's exciting. Because I know Elish Norn is a very famous thing indeed. GG's. Yes, womp womp indeed. Aspect LL 8286. Welcome, Aspect. GG's. Thanks so much. Hailstone, you are now 2-1 against me in Brawl. Which I'm still proud of the fact that I got that one on you in just a pile of cards.
I'm proud of that.
But you were playing a deck that you probably didn't like as much as the 2 that you just played against. Good game, Hailstone, but now it's going back to standard. Needed Elish on board? Yeah, it definitely seemed like that. Put more removal and board wipes into it? Yeah, I need to, but the whole thing was Hailstone and Stormvault and a couple other people's in chat really wanted me to play Brawl with them. However, I was like, I don't have the resources to craft a deck. And they were like, no, just do it. It doesn't matter. It's easy to do it. So it was literally just a pile of cards I had already pulled from sets. And I didn't want to craft anything. But eventually I will, get to the point of crafting cards for the deck. But that was I mean, I've won games with the Brawl deck, which is actually pretty cool to me, seeing as it's literally just a pile of cards. And Brawl is one of those things where it's like, it seems that no matter what, you'll have a few games back and forth at the very least. So it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I made the deck in 20 minutes at most. I did not make any new cards for Elish Norn's crazy hand. Crazy hand indeed. Also, Peter, Materia, I think you're new. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoy watching someone new to the game struggle, and hopefully you're a patient person. I'm sure you are, because it seems like most Magic the Gathering players are pretty patient people. Everybody has been super kind to me. Yeah, no worries. Although an Azula deck is funnier for just fun brawls. I would love to build an Azula deck. You can see my card sleeves from my standard deck here. I would love to build an Azula deck. Well, he put a lot of time and energy having this on the field, so I'm gonna seam rip it. Feel like that's decent. A decent thing to do. 2 damage. He's on a 10-turn clock, which feels great. A little bit of sarcasm there, but he's down to 3 cards in hand. So actually, this is new territory for me. I'm still playing against black, so I have to be on my back foot. You know, I'm not expecting greatness here, but as long as I'm not getting hand ripped for the 14th time today. Actually, at this point, it's more than 14 times. It's been a rough road, guys, for the people that are just tuning in. Rough road so far. But we're hanging in there, because we're champions. Let's do a seam rip. Another seam rip. And that was enough for him to say, GG's. I feel you, bud. I totally feel you, because I was doing what you guys normally do to me. Alright, that gave me a little bit of dopamine, you know what I'm saying? Straw Man, looks like a Reanimator deck. Welcome, Straw Man. Thanks for commenting. I'm right there with you. Hell yeah, Peter. Doesn't it... How are you liking the game, Peter? Because I'm loving it. Like the community, the MTG community, like you're in the chat with Butterhugger, Aspect, Stranger, Hailsin, all top tier people. I'm having an absolute blast. So I'm glad you're here. And Straw Man, you too. Seam Rip, the Fear and Survivor can exile the graveyard. Yes, sir. You got this? Yes, I did. Thank goodness. You know, eventually when you play enough games, eventually you'll stumble into a win every once in a while. I just did that. Life is a resource. You could have taken the 4 one turn and got out an Aerialist, in my opinion. I could have. I thought about that, actually. So that shows a little bit of improvement there, because I did think about that, but I was like, I want to seam rip. Just to get some of my frustration, some of my aggression out. I wanted to seam rip. Once you reach platinum, it gets hard. I was platinum last season, and I freaking plateaued. I had a full-on existential crisis in platinum. I literally tried to change this deck so many times. I was having a hard time, man. So I totally feel you with the whole platinum thing. But we're working to get there again, and maybe I will surpass my last season's limits. I'm holding up the Shard Mages, because you never know. He's playing red, so I might get... an Ember Heart Challenger? Alright, this is going to be a fun game. That dude has weak mental, though. Once you reach platinum, it gets hard. I'm mid-tier at best. Digging it? Hell yeah, Peter. Pass? Am I passing my turn? No, I'm not passing my turn. He's tapped out. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do something fun. One blocker. Because he really wants the Ember Heart Challenger to exist. And I know that for a fact. So now I'm going to say it doesn't exist. And now I have to play aggressive because that's my only shot. But how aggressive do I want to be? That's 5 damage. Ethereal Armor would make a little bit more. I could Seam Rip to make it even more. But let's just scry here. And if I get board wiped, I will scream. Not now. But into my pillow later at night, I will. Definitely. Alright, that's I think high enough to okay, that's just enough for the game. I feel like 5/5 was enough to not be as worried about red removal like lightning bolts and whatnot. Speaking of platinum, guys, Platinum, here we are. Race Sim, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Their max damage on a single creature is 3, probably, unless they use multiple spells on one guy. There we go. Back-to-back wins and a very topical rank up. All right, let's see how hard Platinum is. My God, last season, I had a rough in Platinum. Like, I had a really hot streak going for a while. I think I had my second longest win streak of like 6 or 8 in Hailson. I'll play you in Brawl again tonight, but let me continue. Once I lose a game of Standard, I'll go back to you, Hailson. And if anyone else wants to play out there, open challenge, open invite. I would love to play anybody that wants to play. Ooh, what is this called? Jumbo Cactar. I had like my second longest win rate in what the hell am I trying to say? Win streak in Platinum. And then it just went all the shit. Maybe it was a mentality thing. I did realize part of the reason why I was struggling so mightily in Platinum last season, when I was just like, I went from around 50-ish% win rate to like 1%, is that I was like not taking the advantage when it was presented to me. Ian pointed out very, very intelligently to me last time. Oh my God, I could do something really fun right now. Okay. I'm going to do this. I feel like that's a safer option. What I was thinking about doing is Ethereal Armor. But anyways, what I was saying about Ian, he pointed out to me yesterday because I was debating on whether to do something which was going to cause a 3 damage swing. And I said out loud, granted a very stupid thing to say, but we're learning, people. We're trying our best. I was like, that doesn't really change the game at all. And he pointed out Lightning Bolt, right? Lightning Strike, is one of the best games in Magic the Gathering. So obviously that literally has opened my mind up to like just trying to take advantage when advantage comes. Okay. I really have no protection from anything here. My only sort of protection is to buff this little guy up a little bit more to get outside of that 3/3 range, -3 range. All right, so if this goes through, my spider will survive. And maybe now I'm thinking about it, I should have put it on to something else. And there it goes. There it goes. But now he's tapped out. So maybe damn, it's not good enough, is it? Oh, yes, it will be. Okay, I'm going to get my Optimistic Scavenger outside of that range. That's my thought process. If I'm missing chats, I will respond in uno momento. In fact, I'll respond right now. I think some 2 mana, 4 to 5 damage from Platinum Diamond, it becomes somewhat grindy in my opinion. Yeah, I'm prepared for it. I don't doubt it in the slightest. Become from then on, more realistic win rates of decks are around 60%. I have to go in 30 minutes at most. Okay, after this game, Hailson, you're on deck. And then I'll play you once more. I can play in 1 hour. Rosita, welcome back. Weaver is a smart play. I wouldn't use the enchantment. You wouldn't, Strong Man. I feel like I gotta race this guy. Especially now that he has more and more Stoof. And now that I have Double Strike, that settles it. That settles it. I have to play extremely freaking fast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think the smart money here. Okay, Ethereal Armor will bump that up to 7. This will be 8. Then it will be 9. Oh, that's game. That's game. I can do math, people. Unbelievably so. First game in Platinum is a dub. Basically the best player on the planet. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, everybody. I wouldn't use the enchantment. You have lethal. Ian, I noticed it. Thank goodness. You win on Shard Mage. Hey, I won on Shard Mage. I didn't have to use a chat. GG's. Thank you guys for the GG's. All right, Hailson. You brawl fiend, you. Oh, let me grab my EXP real quick. I think this will be my last game of Brawl tonight. Literally the best player. Thanks so much. I have to say, third best. I think Sam and Ian edge me. Oh, they're Stranger too. Hailson, but he plays Azorius control and whips my ass, so and I'm playing him right now, so I can't sweet talk the opponent unless I'm doing reverse psychology, but that rarely works. I've seen these sleeves before. This is black. Okay. That's the way you're gonna do me, Hailson. I see it. Don't like that. Let's do some cute little curious farm animals. I am so sorry. You should be sorry, Ailson. You definitely should be sorry. Not a big fan of yours right now, Ailson. And it's a flyer too. I should have put Giada there. Oh well. Let's go. The nice thing about getting up to platinum is that you generally have a good idea of what people are playing. The only thing good about last season to me was that after that long road to hoe, after getting just absolutely brutalized for way too long, damn, son. I watched the Pro Tour. And the Pro Tour, they were all playing the decks I was getting clapped by. So that was a little bit of vindication. Not much, though. Not much. Yo, Bright Blade Stoat. I don't know how to respond to that, Ian. I wish I did. Ward is just 2. What's the ward cost? Oh, sacrifice a creature. Okay. I'll do that. Yes. I'll sacrifice that. Cancel. Damn it. I have to sacrifice this one? Oh yeah, resolve. Oh shite. No, I want to. No. What's happening here? I want to sacrifice a creature. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that was stressful. I mean, this is flying. That feels pretty good to have. But all my creatures have flying. Let's get rid of that one. Resolve. That took me way too long to figure out. I feel like a buffoon. An absolute donkey of a human. But hey, we got rid of the problem. Now I can play this. So that feels cool. Dealing some damage. Got some life back. All right. He's going to play his commander, though. And that's a whole lot of stuff to read. I'm going to respond to the chats if I'm missing any chats in just 1 second. I got to lock in. I want to beat this black deck. Whenever a player sacrifices a non-token creature, create a 1/1. Interesting. Whenever an insect, leech, worm you control, defending player loses one. Okay. Whatever. Whatever, dude. Brrr. This feels good. It's a fair black deck. It seems like one of your most fair black deck. One of your most fair decks, Hailson, so I'm proud of you. That's more lifelink and his first strike, so he's not going to block this. I doubt he's going to trade. I can still play this? Okay, I just want to attack with Giada. How about them apples? When this creature dies, you gain... There's no reason to do that. I'll attack with that, though. And I get a... Oh, I'm only attacking with 1, so that was kind of silly. Oh, he's blocking. I guess he can just cast his commander again. All right, now I can respond. Stoat the Moat. The Pro Tour decks are all designed to deal with Cub. No white aura players at Pro. I noticed that, and that made me feel good because you weren't qualified for it. Hit resolve, you're right, Ian. My only chance to make PT was the squandered by the dreaded opponent win rate tiebreaker when my 2/2 opponent had the you done a tournament? That's sick. And you were close. That's awesome. What you gonna do though? Should have done better my other games. Sam, first time breaker is OMW. When this creature enters exile target player's graveyard. Oh my gosh. That's so good against this deck. Exile this. That might have just screwed him up so good. I usually play one creature gain and again. Oh, you could put that into the command zone. I forgot about that. Good game. Thank you so much, Hailson. I'm hoping that's a good game and like in my favor. And not a smug good game. However, I think I have an answer to a board wipe, even if you board wipe me. I think. Oh, let's go, baby. I got my Hailson revenge. Things are looking up. Storm Beacon Blade, pretty cool card. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool card. Crumb and Get It. This is also a very good card. I put this card in one of the precons I bought. I put that in the Bumbleflower precon I bought. What are you gonna do? You won't kill me? That's what you think. That's what you think. Choose target creature, you lose 2 life until... Oh! Creature game, when this creature dies... That's funny. I'm gonna kill myself. Good game, Hailson. You are a true samurai. A noble and valiant warrior indeed. But we'll take those, 100%. Which would be benefited from by AFAIK, as they did not lose that match. Well, I mean, all my losses were 1 and 2, and my wins 2 and 0. So I don't know what happened. Well, first tiebreaker is opponent match win percentage. Honestly, idea is it's based on your opponent's strength. I never considered it. Could have been because my other opponent didn't win. Pretty sure one of them went 0 and 4. Dang. That's still a pretty poor way to end a tournament. Especially a tournament, it sounds like you were doing pretty well. Typical black player, he just duressed your win. I'm okay with it. You know, Helson's a nice chap. He's in the chat. However, this guy's name is Death Sick, which I'm probably going to be playing against a black player. Doesn't feel great. So I have to like mentally fortify myself right now to get in the freaking zone here. Continue my win streak. Not only is it's a platinum black player, I was having trouble with gold black players. However, my positivity is going to win me this game. I'm going to win against this, probably the mirror player. Oh my god, it's a red and white player. Does Magic the Gathering like me again? Surely you jest. Alright. I'll have him lightning bolt that card. I mean, pretty well was going 3 and 2, but that's the mono white Aura's life. It's the same for basically every TCG. No fear, destroy him. Thank you, my friend. Aspect, you are the man. Aspect, by the way, if you're interested, I created a Discord yesterday. So if you would like these kind of conversations, continued past the stream, come holler at your boys. Definitely easiest decision in human history is probably a Badger Mo Cub. Yoink. Yoink. And pretty well quoted. I don't know. I've seen like when I was watching the Pro Tour, it seems like people that were like pretty darn close to 50% were like in the semifinals and the finals. So I feel like 3 and 2, you're right up there with them. You know what I'm saying? The tiebreakers make sense, but it can definitely leave sour taste in one's mouth. I 100% agree with that. Where are all the 3 and 4 color decks? Just kidding. That would be cool to run into. All right. My only removal spell was removed. Sacrifice this token. Target creature you control explores. What is Explore? Reveal the top card of the library, put that card in your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, then put the card back. I mean, that doesn't really help me, does it? I guess I just do my white aggro thing, I suppose. Have somebody once told me the word. I don't know why that got in my head all of a sudden. Put it on my veteran survivor. Maybe he attacks with the cub. Maybe he attacks with the cub. No, I'm gonna do some damage. I've decided. Probably a bad decision there. Granted, I probably should have been a little bit smarter. Should have left it into my own devices to choose whether or not I block and sacrifice or, trade. I need to get better at combat. I feel like the only way to get better is just through repeated failure, apparently. I love these summon cards. They did such a good job on the Final Fantasy set. Basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped. Okay, if that's all they're doing, I feel okay. Where all the arena in real life have slightly different metas. Usually lemons have a sour taste in my mouth. He never attacks with the cub. That's a good point. And that should have been an obvious point to me. All right, I guess I just go tall here. Hope for a way to make that a flyer. What does this do next turn? When you next cast a creature spell this turn, the creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. My god, this guy's a fiend. Let's do this. Let's see if I get some luck on my side here. My goodness gracious. I mean, that doesn't change much besides making me freaking massive. I'm leaving that on top. And since I know what I'm going to draw next turn, there's no reason to play anything else this turn. I'm going to attack with this because it will kill whatever he blocks with. I feel like I'm playing solidly so far. Maybe? He's thinking about it. Well, he's thinking I'm going to read the chats. That was a fine play. Thank you so much. He wasn't going to trade with the cub and wouldn't swing with it anyways. In general, for combat, you want to ask, what are the blocks they could make that are worse for me? Exactly. You want to find the worst case scenario. You just have to erase him or draw something to deal with the Oro or whatever he's going to slam down. Yeah, I need to get an answer to a future Oro, that's for sure. Ethereal Armor deals with it for a split second, but not for long. You should have played the 2 other Ultimate Scavenger in the beginning first, so that you'd get the 3 triggers for your Saga. Probably should have, now that I'm thinking. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Now he's going freaking wide. He's only at 5, though. But I don't have any draw. I know what I'm going to draw. That's the thing. So I don't even have hope for a Feather of Flight. Double strike until the end of turn. Well, I'm going to put that on the Spider. And then I'm going to play this. And then I'm going to play this. So he has 4 blockers. And then I'm going to play this. And then I'm going to... Okay, if this goes through, he's dead. If this goes through, he's going to die. So maybe I make it so... I put this on a 3rd lethal opportunity that he has to block. So the first one is going on this one to make sure that's lethal. Then this one's going to be on that one, and this one on this one. Oh, I got this. So this could be 3 lethal opportunities here. That doesn't really help me against Oroboid, and Badgermole Cub has already done its damage. So I feel like... But it does get rid of a creature that he could block with next turn. Okay, all attacks. 3 attacks. I don't feel great about what's happening, but I feel like the logic is there. And maybe he'll miscalculate. Maybe he'll forget about the double strike, because Lord knows I would. Ooh, that was a very good case scenario for me. I thought for sure at least something more was going to die there, and this is freaking massive now. Okay, time to read the chats. You just have to race him. Okay, I read that. You should have played. I agree with you. General heuristic. If your opponent is going wide, they're probably not board wiping. Happens, but he has basically the same stomping deck like I do, although I avoid UB cards at all costs. Yes, an ethereal armor plus map. Keep in mind, exploring reveals the card on top to both players. Ooh, that is a good piece of information that I definitely did not think about nor know. Why would I block? No blocks. Okay, he has 1, 2, 3 again. But this is a 2. No. That's it. Okay, I played pretty solid there, I think. And I've yet to drop a game in Platinum, so I feel like that feels pretty good. I'm actually pretty proud of how I handled that combat phase there. I feel like I thought that through in true Magic the Gathering player fashion. So the wires are becoming wired in a pleasing way, in a symmetrical way. Shout out to Butterhugger, as we were talking about that in the Discord. If anyone's interested in the Discord, by the way, it's in the links of whatever platform you're on. I think you can see one of them, and plus another lethal. Okay, clearly they didn't pay attention to the card being revealed anyways. Yeah, he did not. Okay. I feel like at this point, should I do another game? Does anyone want to play me before I jump into another game? Because I can tell that my battery is going to die. And by battery, I mean the human battery. So I don't want to leave you hanging if anyone out there wants to play me before I head off to Dreamland. My favorite part of the stream is just watching you play ranked. Let's go. That's enough for me. I like playing ranked too because it's like it really like it puts in perspective if I'm actually getting better or not. Plus, I feel like there's more on the line, so the losses hurt more, which is a good and bad thing. Now, Ian, let me ask you this. Should I, this is actually a perfect hand to ask you this. And I was thinking about this before I hopped on today. Should I be more picky with my opening hands? Like, should I have thought about mulliganing in this, even though I had 3 lands and a creature? Aspect says yes. Man, that's so hard for me to do because, like, that would be the ultimate rewiring of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Brain, which I'm desperately trying to do, of course, but it's hard nonetheless. I guess we just do... Oh, man, doing Spellbook Vendor against the red... Oh, I'm playing red and white again? That actually feels great. Let's... Man, oh, man. Okay. What I'm about to do might be curious to the folks watching at home. But let me talk you through what I'm going to do. I'm not going to look at the chat until after I've done it because if this is a mistake, I want to make it and learn from it. I'm not playing Spellbook Vendor. I'm actually going to seam rip. And the reason why I'm seam ripping is because I have a pretty strong suspicion that if I play my only creature, it will be only a 2/2. And at that point, it will lose to any of his red removal. So I'm going to wait to play my 1 Spellbook Vendor until I get to the point of where it won't die to that any form of removal. And what sucks about that is that I'm not at that point. Because if I play this, I could play Ethereal Armor. That's risky. Okay, I'm going to do it. Because That'll put it at a 4-4. He could definitely still kill it at a 4-4. But he'll be spending a lot of resources to do it. And I'm just now realizing that he still has this one up. God. All right. I feel like that was the right train of thought, but poor execution. Son of a gun. This hand wasn't terrible, but you don't know what deck you're up against. It's, I'm missing a lot. Sorry, guys. It's a lot harder when you don't know what they're on. That's true. Understandable. This hand was also kind of slow, though. Very. So, like, normally I would keep it. Like, old me wouldn't even question it. I would keep it. But now new me is questioning whether or not, like, because this happens to me so often. I'll keep a slow hand that looks okay on paper, and then I'll get got and not ever draw another creature. Hey, mate, love your stream. How to follow and share. Mine enemy on Discord so I can support you more? Hey, Blaze, I will try to remember that after I get off. However, you can get my Discord in the links, and then we can follow each other. And thanks for following and sharing. You are the best. Thanks for being here, by the way. You're jumping in at a very bad time because I screwed up, admittedly so. I just lost this game in a very drastic fashion. But we learned from those. They can always kill it when you try and put the aura, though. That's exactly what happened, Ian. You saw it a mile of freaking way. And now, hopefully, next game, I'll also see that a mile away. So I feel like the train of thought was there. Poor execution. I went off on a tangent. Like, I was going straight, and then I just veered off to the right. It was stupid, but that's what I do. I don't do anything besides stupid things sometimes, but you could have responded to it. Waiting gives them more time to draw the answer. That's true also. I think you need to consider more turns where you just play Spellbender and put the roll on it that turn. You can buff it while committing less resources. If they have instant speed removals, you're losing momentum and you're an aggro deck when you wait. And you're getting 2 for 1 if you wait. If you play mono white, why not put authority in it? That's a good question. Not the first time someone said to put authority in it. And the reason why I haven't put authority in it is because, well, I tried actually. I tried to put authority in it once. But every time I try to put any sort of like non-aggressive pump spells, the win rate took a huge hit. That's why. I think you'd rather be racing your opponent. Exactly. Ian put it in a way better package than I did. So exactly what Ian said is what I meant to say. Damn, another one land hand. Today is just not my day, but this is a good hand. Keeping it. Low key. Yeah, that's like the only option. I feel like that's the only option. I have 2 of them, for Christ's sake. All right. We're going to get our, what is that? This is going to be our 3rd win in Platinum, I think. Potentially 4th? Don't really want to risk it, but this guy with his Hobbit stuff, he's surely not going to get rid of my Optimus Scavenger. And it's not like I have any protection anyways, so like I might as well play aggressively. Authority is a dead draw on some matchups. It's hard to justify. Exactly. That too. Aggro, you either win quick or you don't win. And that's what I've been experiencing. A perk 5 is better than a bad 7. Ian, large toe, welcome back. Ian, that's you spout so much wisdom, my friend. It's actually nuts. It's absolutely bonkers. Like that lightning bolt comment really took me out. Really changed how I view the game. Spire Bluff Canal. Blue and red. Much prefer to see blue and red versus blue and black. That's for damn sure. Oh, no. Okay, I thought he was going to kill it. It is time to play Feather Flight. I think that's the best move there. Get it outside of the 3/3 Thunderdome. I should have left it up. Okay, I'm getting away with it. But that should teach me to respond with Feather of Flight. Stop playing it at sorcery speed. That's a fantastic draw. Love to see that draw. You made, oh, I was worried about nothing. You made discard a card. If you do, draw 2. Okay. I don't like the fact that he's drawing 2. That means I have to play even faster now that he's like crafting his hand. But I do have a little bit of protection in my hand, so Shard Major just makes me feel so good about the world, except when I don't. Except when I'm playing a black player. And we're back on the winning column in Platinum. Who said Platinum was hard? That's a joke. It's hard. Civic Mai just got home. Welcome. You were in the chat with Large Toe, Ian, Aspect. Stranger's also here. I think he's still here. A few minutes ago, Ian, Magic Judge, do be preaching wisdom. The judge be judging, and I'm here for it. Also, Mai, if you're interested, also by the chat. Also, chat, I have to tell you before I read the rest of the chats. Civic Mai is the Simic player, but she's also royalty to me. Why is she royalty? Well, she's seen your boy at your boy's absolute lowest. I don't drink alcohol. I never have. I tried because everyone makes it seem like such a good time. When they talk about alcohol, they talk about it like it's a godsend. I've always hated it. However, I tried to be a wine guy a couple weeks ago. And I also tried to stream while also trying to be a wine guy. I was plastered. No one told me that a bottle of wine is a lot of wine. So Mai put up with my nonsense, and not only that, she came back. So Mai's a real one. Is it lessons? You should be worried. I should be worried, but I had a plan and it worked out. GG EZs, thank you so much. It helps to play different decks so you understand how they work and what their game plan is. Don't put me out there like that. I'm sorry, Maya, I had to. You should clear your achievement tabs. I will after this game. Thanks for reminding me. But I really hate the taste of alcohol. I just drink socially. I hate the taste of alcohol so much. And I had to log off that night because what the hell just happened? How did he get 2 optimistic scavengers? He seemed ripped. This guy's the freaking villain. Okay. What a smart young man. I had to get off because like my entire world was spinning. So not only did I spend way too long drinking a drink I didn't like it tasted terrible, but then it just ruined my night. But I will say I drank like 5 liters of water, so I didn't have a hangover. Thank the good Lord Almighty. I can't believe this. I'm losing to a mirror match. That doesn't happen to me. I'm better than this. All right, I gotta lock in now. All right, he doesn't have any flyers. That's the good news. Let's see if I can draw a land. Drawing a land would be pretty cool. Come on. Oh my God. Heart of the cards. Playing so aggressively right now. I'm doing something that I've thought about doing my entire life, and that is playing Shard Mage at sorcery speed. Even though it's a race here, and I'm definitely losing the race.
He has no right to play mono white.
This is the bane of our existence, and he's playing it. Taserman Jope? Nope. If there was ever a time to concede, it would be now. Oh my God. If I lose to this piece of shite. Oh, and he also said nice. All right, so he is actually a piece of shite. I don't even feel bad for calling him a piece of shite because he is a piece of shite. Okay, I feel a little bit bad about calling him a piece of shite. Man, that sucks. What does this say? What is this, Shroud or something? Oh, this thing can't be suspect? What does suspect even mean? All right, he just drew cracked. That's all it is. He drew cracked. I should have left the mana up for Shard Mages, but I was too freaking salty. I hate this card. This card shouldn't exist. I'm gonna drive up to WotC and find out whoever designed that card and hit him. He sucks. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing some chat. Sorry, guys. I was tilted. I apologize. Let me scroll up a little bit. I'm gonna clear my achievement tabs. I remembered that. Ready to claim. Ready to claim. Lands, am I right? malicious. Have an opponent lose. Ooh, I'm joining the company of strangers. And Butterhugger said this to me once. So now we are landing, am I right, bros? So there's achievements. What about mastery? I could spend orbs. I'm getting sidetracked again. I have people to respond to. So I'm just going back home and responding. Let's see here. Oh man, I'm missing so many things. And the chat keeps refreshing. Oh, I can just do this. I'm a genius. I can just expand my chat. So now I don't have to worry about scrolling. I really hate the taste. Got you. If you don't like it, don't drink. Otherwise, you will slowly start to like it too. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to try it again. No point. Yeah, I like drinking. I don't know. It's fine if that happens too. It's too expensive for me to bother anyway. That's a good point. Drinking is a horrendously expensive thing. But I'm from Germany. So our beers taste good. Lucky you. Do I know any German? Guten Morgen? That's all I know. Where did I leave off? I don't like the taste either. We're Ian and myself. None of us like the taste. I did get tipsy for the first time at SCG Portland. SCG. SCG Portland. Don't know what that is. Nobody liked the taste of alcohol, by the way. Your brain rewires simply and says, yeah, that's fine because I like not thinking. I would love not thinking, to be honest with you. Honestly, at this point in time, it's not a matter of me not thinking. It's just that I don't think well. Yeah, alcohol is iffy for me. On one hand, I'm chronically Irish. But on the other hand, I'm not too fond of most of it. Do you like Guinness? If you like Guinness, I've always wanted to try Guinness because I too am half Irish. I'm half Irish and half Swedish. A nice cocktail or beer is all right though. OMG Sam, you can't do that. There are far worse cards. Legend of Sozin, or how it's called. Also, that deck you just played against is one of the highest win rate best of one decks. It looks kind of fun. Lands, am I right? Lands! Right, Aid? Sehr good. There we go. Sehr good. I know that. That means very good. You know, I did Duolingo. Not to toot my own horn, but I did Duolingo for like a couple days. German. Right? I tried to learn German, but I realized it would be way more fun to learn Dutch. There you go, because it drives all the German friends crazy. Star City Games runs the competitive circuit. Interesting. I have to remember that. I've been following your live streams for a while now. They're a 10 out of 10 from just Kalia. Hello, Kalia Hilo. Thank you so much. That means the absolute world to me, Kalia. If you're a fan and you want to join the Discord, I created one yesterday, and you can continue the conversation with the good people Ian and Butterhugger. And that was the card. The Rise of Sozin, Firelord Sozin. You know what? That could be a horrendous card. However, I'm a big fan of Avatar: Last Airbender, so it gets a pass from me. That's how easy I am. You can assault me all you want, but you can do it in a friendly way. And I'm playing against Shohei. Do you think Shohei is actually Shohei? Or is he just a fan of the MLB? We will never know. Man, this hand is so tempting to keep. So freaking tempting. A lot of one drops, but I have to play smart. Okay, this is a much better hand. I'm keeping this. Keeping this. Shohei, if he's a Japanese feller, they're a respectful bunch. And that means he's not playing black. However, I've been disappointed in people in the past. So I'm going to pretend that he's playing black, and Shard Mages does nothing against them. So I'm going to remove Shard Mages and alleviate any potential disappointments from my life. That's what my parents did when they kicked me out the house. So it worked for them, it's going to work for me. Oh my god, I take it back. They're not a respectful people. They're a mean people. A mean-spirited bunch. However, I'm going to win. Because I mulliganed in an intelligent fashion, so I deserve it. Oh, this thing's cool. I think this is called a Moogle or a Mogul. If he's a Mogul, that means he's a business icon. If I get board wiped, I will scream. Is it worth it? I feel like the smart money would say no. I feel like I've been told no in the past, So I'm not even gonna risk it. That was the card, but I don't know why though. Shohei Ohtani? Yes, sir. That's who I was. I think I'm playing Shohei Ohtani. He did have like this thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point in time where they had like gave him a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. So he's a fan of card games, we know. So I'm actually playing Shohei Ohtani, I've decided. I'm continuing not playing my cards. I don't know. I just feel like that's the Magic the Gathering player thing to do. If Sheltered by Ghosts instant speed, it would be freaking amazing. It's already amazing, but I am too barbarian to understand that, I'm afraid. It just never ceases to confuse everyone when I say I'm learning Dutch. I leave for confusion. What just happened? He removed something, didn't he? As an additional cost, cast a spell, behold. Oh, I'm playing against a dragon player? Okay. Everything I said before, I take back. He's a innocent dragon player. He is a respectful angel? Is he an angel now? I don't know. I don't follow MLB. And speaking Dutch to native German speakers is one of the funnest experiences since Dutch is a really silly middle ground between English and German. Man, you're enticing me to learn more about the language of Dutch because you make it sound fun. Well, I think you could beat Ohtani in baseball. I think it's unclear. Well, thank you for having faith in my baseball abilities. I can throw a mean slider, I'll tell you that much. I get that. Dowry. He's a Dodger? That makes sense. The Luffy thing? Man, I was tempted to buy that Luffy thing. Dodgers are the only baseball team I follow. That makes sense. When I saw the One Piece card and the One Piece hats, I was so envious. And envy is not a good feeling to feel, so... However, I'm proud of myself. I'm patting myself on the back a couple times because I did not buy the card. I really wanted to, but I did not. Here we go again. The point of the game where I have no creatures and I will never have a creature enter my hand again. Maybe I should have played that Veteran Survivor way back when, and I would have had potentially 4 more damage, potentially 6. Okay, I think I just convinced myself that holding that creature in the hand was a mistake and that I should have gone wider when I had the chance. However, the game's not finished. The game's not finished. I'm a linguistics, a global studies major, so this is my wheelhouse. Butterhugger, that's amazingly topical because I'm trying to learn Spanish as we speak, and as an English speaker, it's so cool that I already know Spanish words because of cognate tricks. All right, this is gonna send him over the edge. I'm here for it. He was ruining my time, so why not ruin his time? Oh, he has a response. Please don't tell him what he's tapped out. What is this tap for? What the hell could he possibly have? As an additional cost of spell, target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. Damn, son. Okay, what if... I don't know how this is going to work, but what if I play Feather of Flight and I draw Shard Mages? Damn, so close. Alright, the game's over, but we'll keep playing. We'll keep playing. Dutch is a funny language. I'd say go for it. Dodgers, Luffy, $500 now. That feels bad. I'm probably never gonna own it. I gotta be an adult. And honestly, packing up my room full of excess really has taught me the lesson that having that much excess is just stupid. So I'm done with it. Dowry. Thanks for hanging out with me as long as you have, my friend. I'm streaming every day, so maybe I'll see you soon. And you're leaving at the most epitome. It's like the biggest definition of my streams of me drawing a land when I needed a creature. Have fun and good luck. Thank you so much. I pulled Ugin and Pauper today. Wow, that's a good day. That's a hell of a day, actually. Yeah, the French influence on English leads to a lot of similar words, cognates with not only French, but also the whole Romance language family. That gets me so excited, to be honest with you. I just found this thing called language transfer. And the guy has a very soothing voice, for one. And two, he explains everything in a very thoughtful manner. So I'm having a good time learning Spanish. I was for the longest time trying to learn Japanese, and that's why I was able to read Shohei's name. But to learn Japanese, you have to... oh my god, another freaking land when I want a creature. In order to learn Japanese, you really have to like treat it like a full-time job almost. And I just can't commit that. You know what I'm saying? So I basically am like, okay, I'm done. For now, I only own one card over $500. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I don't even want to think about how many cards I have in that price range. But I think I only bought 2 cards more than that in my life. So that's a win, right? I have bought many a deck. Like, what my biggest thing that I collect is these starter decks, because that was like the first thing from my childhood. I just love them. I bought many of the decks that were over that amount, but not single cards. I think I only bought like a couple in that price range. Well, I guess I'll just do my thing. I'll do my thing and not fling. Having a fling outlet in this deck would be kind of cool. Is that really necessary, Shohei? Just because you did that, I'm not letting you attack. And I hope, Shohei, that you had one of those, like, you know, achievement things that said you have to attack with so many creatures. And I hope that you missed it by two attacks. I hope that happened. Because you deserve it. You know what I'm saying, Shohei? Nice try on that one. Thanks for saying nice try. And GG, wow, that was very nice. I don't feel like I deserve it. But I appreciate it. That's a weird feeling. To not deserve something, but then to be appreciative of it. Another Moogle. Finger licking good. He's a fan of KFC. Or is that Popeyes? I don't know. Oh yeah, good try with the smash. Not much you could have done. Didn't feel like it, but I never want to say things like that because that feels like just an excuse. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to take responsibility of whatever the case may be. Yeah, I have $2,000 or $3,000 commander decks, just years of value, eventually coalescing as I trade up. Man, that's cool. I would love to see your commander decks. I bet you it's full of bling. Will you consider playing MTG on Tabletop Simulator? Maybe eventually down the line, but I don't think anytime soon. Just because, like, the fact that this is all automated really helps me. It's helping me learn, get more familiar with all the mechanics and such. Screw his daily. He's never going to recover. That's funny. I hope so. He deserves it. It happens to me. I was on this daily for like 3 days. It was nuts. It was an attacking daily and then also a kill creature daily, which apparently I never do. Taking responsibility is the right mindset for proving, so I think you're doing good. Thanks so much. Oh, for sure. But this deck, especially in Best of One, does just simply die to certain matchups. It feels like that, and it's a bad feeling indeed. Okay, I'm playing against Bossing Say in a forest. All right, this is a landman. A landman. A landman, that means I have to play you faster. Not landman. Since I have 2 shard... Oof, what do I want to do? Let's go a little wider here to make Ethereal Armor more powerful. Put on the Wonder Weave. I doubt he's going to make that trade, so I will ask him if he wants to. He's going to. Shocking, but that's fine. I have an extra creature on it. But taking responsibility, as Ian said, is always good. Thanks, guys. Sam, you should take more responsibility for my lost Pauper match today. Run Weaver and keep the mana open, or that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I may have just made a mistake. But we'll see if it works out in the end. He does have Atlanta War Elves, which I would love to seam rip, because I do enjoy seam ripping things. And that was enough for the scoopage. So maybe I just got lucky and I played through the mistake. You know, that does happen from time to time. I will simply never responsibility for lost match. God dang. I'm so jealous of your guys' whole French playing Pauper on a Monday. On a freaking well, it's a Monday. It's a Monday. Or was it Wednesday? What did that guy say? It's a Wednesday. No, it's a Monday. I gotta do it one more time. I don't know. I don't remember what day it was. But we'll just pretend that it's a Monday. Didn't matter, but I think you should have buffed the spider. So it's a 3-2 into their 1-1 blocker. Oh, it wasn't a mistake. Both plays were valid. Popper Monday, my beloved. Man, every time I hear the word Popper. And honestly, the part of the reason why it already got stuck in my crawl is because, like I said, that guy who I bought these some of these precons from sent me a free Popper deck. Who doesn't love free nonsense? This is a blinged out goblin. God dang. All right, this is a blue and green. Wait, blue and green, that's Simic. Topical. Love it when that happens. It might have mean I'm gonna hold up the shard mages and do the buffing thing. That's what I've decided on doing. I'm gonna leave it there though. I'm gonna leave the shard mages up. It's the only smart thing I can think of. I thought about doing other things, but everything else seems stupid. Man, you know what? The thing that frustrates me the most about this card, and I think Stock Up does the same thing, is that I'm so scared of interaction that everything's racing through my mind, like removal, milling. I don't even know. Everything's racing through my mind. I never think about this. And the fact that it's a good card on top of that fact, like it causes fear. Fear stems from doubt. So I'm going through the whole 7-step thing. It's not a fun time. My turn. Keeping the shard mages up as long as I possibly can. It sucks to not draw land. So I guess I'll just do double ethereal armor. Keep the shard mages up. This thing's pretty much a beast now. So now I really have to keep the shard mages up. And that was enough. Back to back. Love to see it. Because it's way easier to make decks. Yeah, I can't wait for the point in time where I have enough of a collection to where I can just like go through the collection, go through the jank, make a Popper deck. That sounds like a divine time. Check and see if any store near you runs Popper events. That sounds pretty scary. But maybe I should get out of my comfort zone. I have been preaching that. I'm streaming. That's out of my comfort zone. But, you know, baby steps. We'll get there eventually. I don't know. I know that LGS is scary, but pre-release is the most beginner-friendly event. So I look into it. Local TMT one. Weaver curves you out and gives more value. Not that it mattered. Not that it mattered indeed. Oh, guys. I'm having a great time. However, it's late. And I kind of got to work in the morning. I think I have to bid you all adieu. I really hate leaving y'all. But I need my sleep. I can tell my brain's starting to check out. I'm having a hard time forming sentences. And I need sleep. A human being needs sleep. We're all human, right? However, again, if you want to chat during the daytime, before I'm online, I got a Discord now. The fact that you guys joined the Discord and asked for it makes my night, of course. But anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to have to log off. I thought about doing another game, but I think it's late. By the time I'm done with my nightly ablutions, my shower and whatnot, I'm probably going to be in bed at like 2 o'clock, 2:30. Because, you have to do the whole routine. You got to go through like your self-loathing, your existential crisis, your procrastination, because I procrastinate brushing my teeth because it takes me so long. For some reason, I make a mess when I brush my teeth. I also have to get both hands wet. It's a whole ordeal. That's enough. That's enough of me monologuing. Sleep tight. Take care. Have a good night, y'all. Thank you so much. Hope to see you all again soon. Have a great night and a great day tomorrow. All right, I'm ending the stream right now.